Okay, the last public comment that I have is Michael McHenry.
Yeah, could you pass these up there? Thank you. As most of you know, my name is Mike McHenry, and I'm here representing Pillar Point Seafood, one of the 3 unloading stations at Pillar Point. On March 12th, when we signed the lease, I think it was myself, Larry Furtado, was that our partner there, Scott Grindy, and I think Debbie Nixon were in that room. And I was told by Peter Grinnell, do you want this lease or not? And I said, yes, I definitely want it. I agreed to the terms, and I signed it. But with the understanding that you went out and got competitive bids on the unloading fees in other ports. And he assured me that would be done within the week by the next Harbor Commission meeting so that you people could mull it over and come up with an agreement. Well, that was over 6 months ago. 6 months ago. And we've hashed this over and over and over and over. And he's representing you commissioners. Who's representing this fishing port that can't even do that? So finally, after the 3rd time I've given you guys packages and you refuse, we can't get it, we can't get it, I made phone calls. And in 10 minutes, if you look at your papers, I want to go on the record as giving you this, because I've given it to you before and you will not acknowledge it. So right in front of, well, before we get our video shut off in a week or 2, I want you folks, I want people to know I gave you the information. And here it is. You probably haven't even opened it yet. But when you, Monterey is $1.74 a ton. They're one of our competitors. You move to Moss Landing, Roger at Bayfresh leases from Mabari. He charges between $20 and $30 a ton to the boats to unload. There's no wharfage from Mabari. Del Mar Seafood unloads. They rent from Moss Landing Marine Labs. There's no wharfage. Now the city there, the actual harbor district, is KDOC. And there's Quality Pack, Sea Harvest, and Monterey Fish there. They pay a base rent which is cheaper than ours at Half Moon Bay, and there's no wharfage there. That port and San Francisco are our arch competitors for salmon unloading, squid unloading, and sardine unloading, and some anchovies. Santa Cruz, I was the last wet fish boat that unloaded there 20-some years ago. They had to have a certain percentage of that fishery commercial, but when I left, they raised it to $200 a ton. Obviously, they don't want any squid or fishing around their white tennis shoes. So we can't go there anymore.
Hey, Michael, you've got 3 minutes. So
Okay, well, I'm going to finish.
Thank you.
Port of San Francisco has various fees based on square footage with no wharfage. And if you look at the square foot rent, it's quite a bit cheaper than Half Moon Bay. This is the other arch competitor. And if you go to Bodega Bay, I was the last person that unloaded there, and that was probably 20, 25 years ago, and there's never been a wet fish unloaded. So you have the facts in front of you. This is what we're competing against, and I want a fair shake. And if you can't figure that out, I'm deeply troubled that you're representing over 70 fishing families in this thing with their crew and all the industry that goes on here. Thank you.
Thank you. We have Larry Furtado. And Larry, please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Yeah, Larry Furtado, owner of 3 Captains. On the unloading fees, I was talking to the guy we're unloading the squid for, and he said that Monterey had a similar problem, and they hired an outside firm to come in and review all the fees, and I think it was last year. I don't have all the information, I just got it late tonight, so, but it worked for them. something to think about. We mentioned it last meeting about hiring an outside firm. So when I get the rest of the stuff, I'll put it online or get it to you. Okay? Thank you.
very much, Larry. Tim McHenry. And we have 3 minutes public comment.
I would just like to ask the district who was the real property negotiator on March 12th, 2013. And I'd like to find that information out. Maybe council can tell me now.
Kim, we have a policy there, public comment, that the questions that are asked are going to be answered. We take them and then answer them later.
Okay,
At
so,
this time.
okay, so my question is, who was the real property negotiator on March 12th of 2013? And I would actually like to know who was the real property negotiator in 2012 as well. And I'll look forward to your answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Next.